If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Entertainment and sports have a unique relationship. They share elements of charisma, drive, and ambition. Those are a few things that develop stars. In their respective fields, stars rule the territory. We continue to talk boxing and sports entertainment in today's episode. We also speak with professional recording artist Driicky Graham about his music career, boxing, new music, and so much more. I'm your host, Rico Banks. Today is Friday, October 18th, 2019, and this is Underground Reggie. The music industry isn't a place for the passive. It's aggressive, brash, and in your face. Something similar to a hockey rink fight. You have to want the position you're in. You also have to fight for it. It's not easy becoming a star in the field, but when you do, you're respected. A hit record will gain you instant credibility. Credibility with praise equaling that of a quarterback after a 400-yard passing performance. The ability to be versatile only ups the ante. A hit record is good, but longevity is better. It's a thing that every musician wishes for. Longevity is stability, and stability is knowledge. Stability is adaptation. Longevity is progression. Musicians and boxers alike constantly battle to be the best. The best is the title of the moment. A hit record can be accepted in a moment, but absent during the progression, and that's okay. A hit record is life. It's discipline, and it definitely is dedication. These are just a few of the values that prepared Driicky Graham for the music industry. Coming up next on Underground Reggie, we speak with Driicky Graham about his connection to boxing, new music, and so much more, here on Underground Reggie. This episode of Underground Reggie is brought to you by the IamMen.com, music, sports, and entertainment news from IamMen Media. Follow the IamMen on Instagram at IamMen.media. Driicky Graham is a professional recording artist from Newark, New Jersey. His parents separated when Driicky was 2. Before the age of 5, Graham had already appeared in his first music video, a video for the Lords of the Underground single TikTok. However, by the age 7, he moved with his mother to Oxford, North Carolina.
My artist name is Driicky Graham. I'm based out of Newark, New Jersey, by way of North Carolina. Shout out to Oxford. Most people know me from my Snapbacks and Tattoos single. Went gold, went platinum. It was number 7 on Billboard. I think that's the majority of the background. That's pretty much, where we at with it right now.
Driicky began rapping at age 14. By age 18, he was signed to New World Era Music Group, an independent record label. In 2012, he would score commercial success with his single Snapbacks and Tattoos. The record did phenomenal for Driicky. However, label woes eventually would derail his career.
I took a little hiatus just to work on myself. I was so young when I started out in the industry. I'm still young. But, I got to experience a lot of things from kicking down the door with Snapbacks. I want to say that I'm thankful to the fans. I got to do the BET Awards, the Cypher with A$AP Rocky, Joey Badass, Angel Hayes. I was nominated for a BET Hip Hop Award. So after that, I took a little break to kind of work on my sound and my music because, being transparent with everybody, some things went sour with contracts and with independent labels. So I took a step back from all of that and I started doing my own thing, started making my own wave.
Although faced with adversity, Graham will continue to pursue his music career. Lessons learned growing up around boxing will help to keep the musician focused.
My entire upbringing, especially on my father's side, has been boxing. My dad and my uncles fought on HBO, my father's fought on Showtime. They go by the Graham brothers. My uncle Eric Graham was signed to Don King. He was signed to Don King back in the day. And my pops, like I said, he fought on Showtime. So my entire upbringing has been like pretty much boxing, being around guys like Oscar De La Hoya and my man named Bernard Hopkins. So my pops always used, that's his passion. So he put us around us studying tapes of like the great Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sugar Ray Leonard too. So like boxing has always been a thing for me. Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest inspirations, even outside of boxing, of all time. So that's a heavy influence, and that's lit.
When asked about using strengths learned from boxing to help him navigate the entertainment industry, Driicky would say the following.
Discipline. Most definitely. That's the number one thing. I think boxing is unique because it's a contact sport, unlike any other. Excluding the MMA, with boxing you don't get to use your feet, you don't get to use ground pound and all of that. So most people just see two men in the ring just throwing hands, but it's not really that. It's really an art form. It's the art of hitting without getting hit. It's strategical. It's mental. So you have to apply that in different areas of your life. With this music, it's strategic. I don't just make moves just to make moves and rush decisions. There's a lot of strategy that goes into making my music, making my business decisions. So boxing teaches me that, and also staying in shape so I can be on tour, so I can do these shows correctly, and even in interviews like what we having right now. That's all a mental game. That's all a mind game. So you got to stay on point. That's what boxing teaches me.
In 2019, Driicky Graham is a music industry veteran and poised for a successful 2020 campaign. Discipline and focus are sure to help him achieve his goals, and he has boxing to thank for that. 30K is the name of the latest single from Driicky Graham. It can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, and all other digital streaming platforms.
Before we get up out of here, man, I just want to shout out to my team, my label, Charged Up Music Group, CPMG. Make sure y'all follow them on Instagram at Charged Up Music Group. Follow your boy also, I am Driicky Graham. That's I am DRIICKYGRAHAM. Twitter is Driicky Graham. Facebook is Driicky Graham. Holla at me. Go get 30K. It's available now, all streaming platforms. Salute to Rico Banks. You know what it is, man. Dallas, Texas, we on the check-in, man. Salute.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Underground Reggie. I'm your host, Rico Banks. Make sure you follow the I Am In on Instagram at IamIn.media. We'll be back for another episode soon. Stay tuned.